I am so excited to shoot this video because if you follow me on Instagram, you are aware that I am on a spiritual journey, and throughout my journey, I've been experiencing so many things, okay? It's been wonderful things, scary things, beautiful things. It's just amazing. So, with lots of thought, I felt like the first video that I wanted to record would be one speaking about my spiritual experience with the Archangel Michael. Okay? So, for those who don't know who Archangel Michael is, okay, so there are 7 archangels, and Michael is one of them. And he is a very powerful, strong war angel, okay? And he offers lots of guidance, love, protection, and just he offers comfort and everything else. So I decided to make this video about him because he was the actual first angel that I connected with. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the video, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so where to start? Okay, so I started my spiritual journey last year, July of 2019, but I really did not get really deep into it until March of 2020. So that's when I really started to focus on like expanding my spiritual knowledge and focus on growth, growing spiritually. So last year, back in July of 2019, I had an event that happened to me that left me very sad, hurt, feeling resentful, feeling lost and angry. Like I was very bothered by what I experienced at that time. So I remember that night I got on my knees and I prayed. I prayed to God, and then I was thinking about Angel Michael. Okay, so I felt so lost. I needed guidance, and I just needed comfort. And he was the first like angel name that I thought to just call on. So my first time calling on him, I asked him to come to me, and I just spoke to him about how I was feeling, and I just asked him to please help me. And it's always important to thank the angels after they come to you, because these are very, very, very high vibrational beings. These are like the archangels that God created. So for them to come to our level is like amazing. So you always thank your angels as they come to you. So at that point, I wasn't sure if it worked or not. I didn't sure if he came to me or if all this was even 100%, authentic per se, because, it was all new to me. So later in that month, I ended up calling a lady. She considered herself a healer. So she was very, very developed intuitively, and she could pick up different energies, and she could read your energy. And it's pretty amazing how healers work, and they can help give you information to guide you on your life's path. Okay, so I was compelled to call her. Okay, I didn't know who she was, but I ended up finding her information online, and I called her up, and I was just like, hi. I had she introduced herself to me and told me what she was about, and I was like, okay. And she said, before we begin, I'm going to read your energy. And I was like, okay, because I've never done this before. And then she connected with me and said, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, I see you prayed to the Archangel Michael. He is listening to you, and he is guiding you. And oh my God, I could have dropped the phone at that moment, because I felt totally shocked. Like I was wondering, how did this lady know what I did behind closed doors? Like when I prayed to this angel, no one was around me. It was just me in the room, and I was like, for her to be able to pick up on his energy was like mind blowing. So the first thing I thought, I was like so shocked when she told me that. I was like, this stuff, he is really real. So he really did come to me at that moment, and he listened. It was just so like surprising and so heartwarming and just amazing, okay? So that gave me an even stronger sense and understanding of the spiritual world, and that these angels really do exist. Things of the spiritual world that God created really does exist. So I felt like, yeah, I can call on him anytime now because I know he's going to come. All right, so towards June and July is when I really started focusing on kind of like praying more, meditating, and trying to connect spiritually. And I think around that time too, I had connected with one of my spiritual guides. As I started to develop my own intuition and my own spiritual body, I started actually feeling what Angel Michael's energy felt like. Okay, so I started to feel this energy, and for me, this is what it felt like. It felt like someone was behind me, kind of like hovering over me like that, and that's what it felt like. I would feel it, and then it would go away. And then I asked my spiritual guide one day, I was like, what is that energy that I feel that's like right behind me, feels like it's kind of hovering over me? And she explained to me that's the energy that is Angel Michael. And I was like, wow. So now he has like a distinctive feel, so I know when he's around. So that was amazing. So during my spiritual journey, I will tell you guys that from the beginning, I was under spiritual attack, okay? So I had spirits coming for me left and right. And it was very scary, okay, because these energies were dark energies that were not, pleasant. So I spent lots of nights kind of scared and kind of like, I had a lot of sleepless nights. But I will say, during that time, I would feel Angel Michael come to me. And it would happen like when I was close to sleeping, like when I would lay down and be like really still in the phase of halfway woke, halfway sleep, or going on the way to sleep. Like I would feel his energy kind of covering me and protecting me during that time. And he came like almost every night. And like I would feel his energy, and then he would go. Some days he would even like come to me until I fell asleep. And if I woke up in my sleep, I felt him come back. And I was like, oh my God, this angel really is protecting me. Like he really loves me, and he's very like, and he comes very quickly too, guys. Because I had one experience one night, and I freaked out, and I called on him, and he came just like that. I felt his energy instantly. It's just so crazy talking about this, because guys, I never would have thought like in a million years like I would be talking about spirituality on this level. Okay, so yes, Angel Michael is very dear to my heart, as you can see. So I want to tell you guys, before I finish up this video, I want to talk to you guys about one thing that he did for me that was so very sweet. Like it just happened like last week, right before I decided to shoot this video, because I was like, should I add it to the video or should I not? But I'm like, hey, this angel has done so much for me, why wouldn't I add it? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys, for the past few months, like I was having problems with my knees. Okay, so like they would feel sore sometimes, and I would be like in certain positions, like if I would do certain yoga positions, and like I was in the process of moving from one place to another, and I did lots of heavy lifting. I did like a lot of the moving by myself. So, I did a lot of lifting boxes and stuff like that, a lot of driving back and forth, and I would feel like when I get out of the car, every time I stretched my leg and stood up, my knees would give me pain. And like the pain would last for a few seconds, then it would go away. So it was nothing that was like severe, that kind of, messed up my walking or anything. So it was just kind of like a pain that came and then went. Came and then went, but it was kind of frequent, okay? So one night, I remember laying down. Was I asleep at that time? I think I was drifting off to sleep. And then like I kind of woke up and I felt something going on, like from my knees down. I felt like on my legs, like it felt just like my muscles were tightening up, and it just felt like, I don't know, it just felt really like it was uncomfortable. It kind of hurt. It didn't hurt, but it kind of did. It made me uncomfortable, and I was like, what's going on with my legs? So I kind of sat up on the bed like this, and I was looking. I was like, what's going on? So I was like, So I lay back down, and then after a few seconds, it stopped. And I was like, that's weird. So the next morning, I connected with one of my primary spirit guides, and I asked her, I was like, what was going on last night? Who was that? Did somebody come to me, or an angel come to me? And she said, yeah, that was Angel Michael last night. And I said, was he doing something to my legs? And she told me he was, but I didn't ask her exactly what he was doing at that time. I was just like, I wonder what went on there, okay? So the next day I had a pretty long drive. Well, it wasn't super long. It was like an hour and a half drive. And like anytime I drive for distances that long, like I told you before, my knees would kind of hurt when I got out the car, or I would have that little bit of pain. So when I got out of the car, I'm very mindful of how I feel. I didn't feel the pain in my legs, and I was like, that's interesting. And then I thought about the night before, and I was like, did that have something to do with, was he doing something to heal my knees, like so they won't hurt anymore? And I was like thinking to myself, like, no. Then I was like, wait, yes. And I was just like, because like in my logical mind, sometimes it fights with my intuition, because my intuition was telling me, yes, Angel Michael healed your pain that you were having. And then logically, I'm like, no, he can't, no. So the next night, it happened again. So like I felt like that uncomfortableness, pressure on my knees and my leg area, and I was like, So the next morning I start being very mindful of my body, and then guys, I was literally thinking to myself, like, this angel really did heal the pain I was having in my knees. And like I didn't even ask him to do that, like, and I thought it was just like such a sweet gesture for him to do, like, and I didn't even ask for it. So I saw that Angel Michael as well has healing abilities, and it was just amazing. And like I'll have a story later about how Raphael has came to me as well. So they work as a great team, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. So together they're like a dynamic duo. So I have lots of more stories to share with you guys, but that is pretty much how I connected with the Archangel Michael and my experience working with him. And as I've been working with him, I see like how my life path has changed, and I feel like I'm being moved more towards my purpose in life. Like even with decision making and these ideas that he's been giving me has been like, I just feel so blessed to have experienced that, and to still have him guiding me throughout my journey is such a beautiful thing. Okay, so guys, if you've never connected with an archangel before, please give it a try. They are real, they will help you, they will guide you, and they are always there for you. God made them to help you. So never feel scared to connect with one, because they're on your side. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video. I was so excited to shoot it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. Y'all have a beautiful day in the world. Bye!